morning. I have a watercolour painting here which was sent from by my great uncle Albert when he was in the First World War. It's Amiens, there's a date there, you can read that in red. It's 1917 and he was in the army and he was in more or less from when it started. And I've been to Amiens a couple of times and been into the cathedral there. There's John the Baptist's head in that cathedral in a little glass box, which is different. Some of these houses are still standing, so it's not changed a lot, that part of it. My great uncle Albert was married to my granddad's sister, Auntie Maggie, Magnolia Crowther, and he was in from the start of the war and he died 6 months before the end. He was badly injured, shipped to Sheffield, and he died there. Now, my Auntie Maggie lived next door to us, just across the road there, in Brow Lane. She was on one side and my granddad and grandma were on the other, we were in the middle. And she was quite well to do. She used to go to places like Brown and Muffs and places like that, and they kept little diaries, my Uncle Albert and my Aunt Maggie, these little let's diaries with the pencils in, and my Auntie Joyce lent me them, and they sort of coincided with each other, ran in parallel. They talked about the honeymoon in Grassington, and then he was sent to war, and she was doing things like getting on the tram, going to the dentist, going shopping at Brown and Muffs, and he was doing things that soldiers do, and like I said, they ran in parallel until he suddenly stopped when he was injured. And then she talked about laying her loved one to rest later on. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to do a little song in a minute. It's a World War I song which was written by the soldiers. So it's not pack up your troubles in your old kit bag. It's a bit sadder than that. But first I'd like to read something by Harry Patch. This is what he was, the last surviving British soldier from the First World War, and he wrote, "I felt then as I feel now that the politicians who took us to war should have been given the guns and told to settle their differences themselves instead of organising nothing better than legalised mass murder." Right, I agree with every word of that. He died, did Harry, in 2009, July 2009. I'd like to dedicate this song to everybody who was in the war. Italian people, German people, Japanese, everybody who were in both wars. And also members of my family that lost their lives in both conflicts. And all the people, the Russians, the Americans, everybody. Because war's futile and it affects everybody. You know, there isn't a good side and a bad side to me. It's wrong for everybody. So this is called No More Soldiering for Me. Like I say, it was written by the soldiers. Some of the soldiers' lyrics, well, I've sanitised it a little bit because there's 4-letter words in it. It might offend some people. It wouldn't offend me, but it might some people want to listen. You know, what offends me is sending young people like that to get slaughtered. So it's a bit of a sanitised version of No More Soldiering for Me. When this rotten war is over, no more soldiering for me. When I get my civic clothes on, how happy I shall be. No more church parades on Sunday, no more putting in for leave. Oh, I shall kiss the sergeant major. How he'll miss me, how he'll grieve. Oh, when this bloody war is over, no more soldiering your soldier in for me. When I get my civic clothes on and I return from Germany, roll on when we go on furlough, roll on when we get our leave, then we'll catch the train to Blighty and leave our only girl to grieve. Thank you. This ukulele banjo here, it's a Windsor World, and these were made in Birmingham. You see the name there. It's quite a nice mass-produced instrument. I don't know how old it is exactly, but it's at least 1940, because the banjo factory got bombed by the Luftwaffe in 1940. I'm not sure what Hitler's strategy was for bombing the banjo factory. I think war was just a smoke screen after the banjos, you know, I don't know, but they were the biggest supplier of instruments in the country at the time, and they never reopened, so any Windsor instrument is pre-1940. Okay? Hope you enjoyed this ukulele moment. Bye.